Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new Let's Play, a blind Let's Play. I don't think I've actually done an LP of this. I know I started it a while ago and never really continued. I have of course discussed this with my friend Merrick, who has done this game, and even though this is technically blind, I'm probably going to watch his LP or someone else's LP because I've not heard great things about the game. I don't know how this is going to run on PS2. This is, at the moment, a complete test of this game. And my controller isn't working. I have to set my controls. Music, I'm into the music. I'm into the music. Now, I've played a little bit of this game, and from what I saw, I felt it was okay. It's very religious focused, it seems to me, on this first opening bit. Okay, this is just I'll move this over so you guys can see. Okay. Let's start a new game. I'm going to make this as always, this is going to be a part 0. Because part 0, from now on, is going to be a shorter video just to get everyone into the game. To get the game started, to get the game moving, to get the game over the first bump in the road, if you like. And I've actually got food cooking right now, and I've got about 19 minutes or so-ish until it's ready. So let's start a new game. Save states, of course, will be used. This is available on PC, but I've opted for the PS2 version as it's available here in my emulator, and it's running at a very steady 50 frames per second. So let's get into the game, shall we?
Paris by night, but not the way I'd imagined. My lecture at the American University had been followed by an unexpected...
The graphics are actually surprisingly good.
Professor Langdon, thank you for coming. I am Captain Bezu Fache. You know this man?
Jacques Saunière, the curator of the Louvre. I was supposed to meet him tonight after my speech.
Follow me. It seems Monsieur Saunière put up quite a fight. So nearly got away.
You should not have run, Monsieur Saunière. Now, tell me where it is.
Please, I beg you.
Where is it?
All right, I will tell you.
The bars were no defense.
I believe you. The others told me the same.
Holy shit.
You saw the photograph, so this should be of no surprise. Feel free to examine the body, Mr. Langdon.
It's a pentacle, one of the oldest symbols on Earth, used over 4,000 years before Christ.
Devil worship.
No, the pentacle is a pre-Christian symbol that relates to nature worship. The ancients envisioned their world in two halves, masculine and feminine. This pentacle is representative of the female half of all things, a concept religious historians call the sacred feminine, or divine goddess. Saunière, of all people, would know this.
Saunière drew a goddess symbol on his stomach? Interesting.
He stripped himself naked, folded his clothes, and put them away from himself?
Pardon?
It's rather meticulous for a dying man. I think he was trying to show us that everything he did had a purpose. Even his nudity may have meaning. The position of his feet reinforces the reference to the pentacle and the sacred feminine.
I beg your pardon?
Replication. Repeating a symbol is the simplest way to strengthen its meaning. Jacques Saunière positioned himself in the shape of a five-pointed star.
Interesting analysis. What do you think about the use of his own blood as ink?
Obviously, he had nothing else to write with.
Actually, I believe he used blood such that the police would follow certain forensic procedures.
I'm sorry?
Look at his left hand.
He's clutching a large felt-tip marker. It smells like alcohol.
Saunière was holding it when we found him. As I told you, we have touched nothing. Are you familiar with this kind of light? As you may know, police use blacklight illumination to search crime scenes for blood and other forensic evidence. So you can imagine our surprise.
What the hell does this mean?
That, monsieur, is precisely the question you are here to answer.
Part of it looks like a numeric cipher.
Yes, our cryptographers are already working on it. We believe these numbers may be the key to who killed him. But the text appears to be an accusation of some sort. Wouldn't you agree?
An accusation against his murder makes sense, I suppose.
Saunière was a Frenchman. He lived in Paris. And yet he chose to write this message...
In English?
Précisément, Monsieur Langdon. I have seen a lot of death in my work, and let me tell you something. When a man is murdered by another man, I do not believe his final thoughts are to write an obscure spiritual statement that no one will understand. I believe he is thinking of one thing only. La vengeance. I believe Saunière wrote this note to tell us who killed him.
But that makes no sense whatsoever. You told me Saunière was attacked by someone he had apparently invited in. Considering the circumstances, I would assume that if Saunière wanted to tell you who killed him, he would have written down somebody's name.
Précisement, précisement.
Capitaine.
One moment, please. Oui?
Capitaine, un agent du département de cryptographie est arrivé.
Unacceptable. I made it very clear.
Captain, please excuse the interruption, but
Ce n'est pas le moment.
I have deciphered the numeric code. But before I explain, I have an urgent message for Mr. Langdon.
For Mr. Langdon?
The US Embassy asked that you phone in as soon as possible. While I explain the code to Captain Fache, you need to make this call.
Thank you. Where can I find a phone?
This line is secure. You may use it.
Bonjour, vous êtes bien chez Sophie Neveu. Je suis absent pour le moment, mais...
I'm sorry, Miss Nauvoo. I think you may have given me the wrong...
No, that is the right number. It's the 3-digit code on the paper I gave you.
But...
The embassy has an automated message system. You have to dial an access code to pick up your messages.
She handed me a note.
That Saunière wrote
I should look at that.
Numérique.
One, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Wait, I need a phone number
Your
to call.
professional assessment of Saunière's code is that it is some kind of numeric prank?
Ah, this is the number I'm supposed to call.
Yes. It is the Fibonacci sequence, a progression in which each term is equal to the sum of the two preceding terms.
Okay, I need to write stuff down. Very clear, and I have to write stuff down in this game.
Mathematician Leonardo Fibonacci created the succession of numbers in the 13th century. Obviously, there can be no coincidence that all of the numbers Saunière wrote on the floor belong to Fibonacci's famous sequence.
What is he saying? What does this mean?
Five, 5, 5, 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, 9, 5. 8 minutes. Should be able to get this, some of this more done in the next few minutes. 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay.
Absolutely nothing. That is the point. It's a simplistic cryptographic joke. Like taking the words of a famous poem and shuffling them at random to see if anyone recognizes what all the words have in common.
No, this makes no sense at all. Those numbers must have some relevance to what occurred.
It is the Fibonacci sequence, a progression in which each term is equal to the sum of the two preceding terms.
Never heard
How
of it.
do you do...
Mathematician Leonardo Fibonacci created this succession of numbers in the 13th century. Obviously, there can be no coincidence that all of the numbers Saunière wrote on the floor belong to Fibonacci's famous sequence.
What is he saying? What does this mean?
Absolutely nothing. That is the point. It's a simplistic cryptographic joke. Like taking the words of a famous poem and shuffling them at random to see if anyone recognizes what all the words have in common.
Four, 5, 4.
Monsieur Langdon, do not react this message. Just listen calmly. You are in danger right now. Follow my directions very closely. Tell Fache the phone message is regarding an injured friend back home. Then ask to use the restroom at the end of the Grand Gallery.
Captain, considering what you have at stake here tonight, I thought you might appreciate knowing that Jacques Saunière might be playing games with you. Apparently not. I will inform the Director of Cryptography you no longer need our services.
Is everything all right?
An accident. A friend. I'll need to fly home first thing in the morning.
Would you like to sit down?
Actually, I think I'd like to use the restroom.
The restrooms are at the end of the Grand Gallery. Shall I accompany you?
Not necessary. I think I'd like a few minutes alone.
I must return to Monsieur Saunière's office for a moment. Please come find me directly when you are finished in La Toilette. There is more we need to discuss.
Thank God you came. We don't have much time. I wanted to warn you, Monsieur Langdon, that you are sous surveillance cachée, under a guarded observation.
But why?
Because Fache's primary suspect in this murder is you. Look in your jacket pocket. You will find proof they are tracking you. Just look.
What is this?
It's a GPS tracking dot. It continuously transmits its location to a global positioning system satellite that the DCPJ can monitor. We use them to monitor people's locations. It's accurate within 2 feet anywhere on the globe. They have you on an electronic leash in case you decide to run. In fact, they hope you do run, because it would make their case much stronger.
Why would I run? I'm innocent.
Do you recall the 3 lines of text that Saunière wrote on the floor? What you saw was not the entire message. This is a photo of the complete message.
Why would Saunière write this? Was he trying to frame me?
No. He wrote it for me. The numbered code is meaningless. Saunière wrote it to make sure the investigation included cryptographers, ensuring that I would know as soon as possible what had happened to him.
Why you specifically? How do you know it wasn't for some other cryptographer?
PS is the nickname he called me when I lived with him. It stood for Princess Sophie. We had a falling out 10 years ago. Jacques Saunière, he was my grandfather.
Where's Langdon?
Still in the men's room, sir. We are seeing small movements, so the GPS dot is obviously still on him. Perhaps he feels ill. If he had found the dot, he would have removed it and tried to run.
Fine.
What should I do?
Fache will be taking you into custody any minute. I can get you out of here, but we need to act now.
You want me to run?
It's the smartest thing you could do. If you stay, you will spend weeks in a French jail. But if you get to your embassy, then your government can protect you while I prove you had nothing to do with this murder.
Forget it. You need to tell Fache that the message on the floor was for you, and that my name is not there as an accusation.
Fache is convinced you are guilty. The only way to get you out is with a distraction.
The GPS tracking dot?
We need them to think you are running. If we can throw it out the window onto one of the cars going by, I bet a lot of the police would clear out. But the tracking dot does not weigh much more than a gram. See if you can find something to attach it to that would make it heavier.
So here we go. I have got this far. I don't know what happens if you actually go outside. You can't go outside.
I can use this.
Soap? That will work. Come, help me open this window.
Alarm! Grand Galerie! Toilette, messieurs! Where's Langdon? Still in the men's room. He must have broken the window. I knew it! He is trying to escape.
Quick, Robert! Help me get this window open. Hurry, Robert! Hurry, Robert! Good. Now put the GPS tracking dot inside the soap and throw it out the window.
Perfect.
He jumped! I'm showing the signal out on Place du Carousel, outside the bathroom window, and it is not moving at all. Oh, mon Dieu! I think Langdon has just committed suicide.
Here's someone coming. Quick, Robert. Hide.
Wait! No, he is moving! Oh my God! He is alive! Langdon is moving. He must be in a car. I think he is in a car. I can't... He is moving south, faster, crossing the Seine on Pont du Carousel.
Bring my car round. I want to be there when we make the arrest.
O draconian devil. O lame saint. The scrambled Fibonacci sequence is a clue. The numbers are a hint as to how to decipher the rest of the message. He wrote the sequence out of order to tell us to apply the same concept to the text. O draconian devil, O lame saint. Those lines mean nothing. They are simply letters written out of order.
You think this message is an anagram? Like a word jumbled from a newspaper?
Your grandfather's meaning was right in front of us all along, and he left us more than enough clues to see it. Let me see that photo.
Alexa, stop. Unfortunately, guys, I'm gonna have to leave it here. But I'm not gonna save it. I'm not gonna save state here. I'm gonna go back and load the save state from before, so we can continue from just before, because I have interrupted it as such. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna make a cut here, and I'll come back in a little while. So I'll see you soon, guys. All right. Is it recording any sound?
I can use this.
Soap? That will work. Come, help me open. Hurry, Robert. Hurry, Robert. Good. Now put the GPS tracking dot inside the soap and throw it out the window.
Okay. Let's skip now. Okay, what is this? I don't know what this... I don't actually know what this is.
An anagram is when the letters of a word or words are mixed up to form other words.
Okay, I don't know. I'm not about to try and find out in a really awkward and way that's going to annoy me. So... let's have a look.
I'm not sure where to begin.
Well, the most common three-letter word is the.
There we go. Decrypted.
The Mona Lisa. Leonardo da Vinci. I can't imagine how your grandfather created such intricate anagrams in the minutes before he died.
My grandfather probably created these anagrams long ago. What is important is that he wanted me to see something at the painting.
You're going to the Mona Lisa? Now?
I am not the murder suspect. I'll take my chances. I need to understand what my grandfather was trying to tell me.
What about the embassy?
The signs will lead you to a security turnstile. Mine is the car in the employee lot. Do you know how to get to the embassy? Whatever my grandfather was trying to tell me, I don't think he wanted anyone else to find it. As strange as it may sound, I think he wants me to get to the Mona Lisa before anyone else does.
I'll come.
No. We don't know how long the Grand Gallery will stay empty. You have to go now. I will see you at the embassy, Monsieur Langdon.
So now we are just with her.
Oh, grand-père. Why did you do this to yourself? What was so important that you needed me to see? You always did like to play word games with me when I was little. There is no time for goodbyes right now. I need to know what grand-père was trying to tell me.
I should be out of the streets.
Where is the UV light?
Agent Neveu, it is good to see you outside the cryptology department. Ah, Agent Neveu, did you hear that Robert Langdon escaped? Fache is quite furious.
This is really annoying me because this fucking analog stick is not being very responsive right now. I need to reset this analog stick. It's really difficult to walk. Let's just redo it. So from next week, I'm actually looking to get another Retro Fighters controller. It's the GameCube one, which I'm really excited actually for.
There is something I need to see in there.
Sorry, Agent Neveu. Our orders are clear. No one is allowed through.
Is there any evidence in there?
Well, not that we know of. Why?
Oh, never mind. Whatever message grand-père hid in there is probably not visible to the naked eye. Perhaps he used the pen he was holding to write a clue. I need to find the UV light.
Ah, Agent Neveu, did you hear that Robert Langdon escaped? Fache is quite furious. Any excuse to get away from the office, eh?
The door will not open for some reason. This door is locked. I cannot open the door.
Okay, I don't actually know where I need to go. Somewhere.
I think it is locked. I cannot open it.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
The door will not open. It must be locked. It is locked.
Okay, I don't know what to do. Once at the gate, hit the switch. What switch? Ah, that switch at the end. Very nice.
If the officer sees me, he will not let me pass. I must sneak by him.
Looks okay.
Do you think Langdon killed the curator?
I don't know. So hard to tell because
This is a beautiful blade.
well, they be so wrapped up in their theories that if anyone tries to counter them, they see them.
So you think Langdon killed Jacques Saunière over an academic disagreement?
It doesn't seem unreasonable. What history men have killed in the name of theories?
So far, so good.
Well, that test tube is garbage
I have to knock out that officer to get to the evidence card. This should be useful. This could be useful to knock someone out. Judge this! Do not make me hurt you. I got it.
All right, nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna have to work this out, and I think this is where I
There
got
you
to
are.
last time.
Robert, I told you to get out of here. If Fache...
Where were you?
I had to get the black light. If my grandfather left me a message, I thought they told you to leave.
Why did Saunière write my name on the floor? P.S. Find Robert Langdon. The letters P.S. may mean Princess Sophie, but do they mean anything else to you? Anything at all?
Yes. I saw the initials PS once, when I was very young.
Sophie, this is crucial. Can you tell me if the initials appeared with a symbol? A fleur-de-lis?
How could you possibly know that?
I'm fairly certain your grandfather was a member of a secret society. The fleur-de-lis combined with the initials PS, that is the Brotherhood's official coat of arms. They call themselves the Priory of Sion. The Priory's membership has included some of history's most cultured individuals. Men like Botticelli, Sir Isaac Newton, Victor Hugo, and more importantly, Leonardo da Vinci. The identities of living Priory members are kept extremely secret, but the PS and fleur-de-lis that you saw as a child would make sense if tonight were Priory related.
There is a lot we need to discuss, but I cannot afford to let them capture you, Robert.
Saunière obviously brought us together for a reason. I'm staying until we figure this out.
Fine, then help me. My grandfather wanted us to see this painting for a reason. There must be a message hidden here somewhere.
It smells like alcohol. Where have I smelled that before?
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. We've got to a good place. I'm happy with where we are. We're gonna make an actual proper hard save as well, and that's where I'm leaving it. I'm gonna make a 2 saves, so I can have a backup save in case something goes wrong. And sometimes the memory card does tend to not want to work. I like the fact you switch between 2 different characters. I like that. I like the fact there is a bit of there is some degree of stealth and fighting in the game. I think that's quite cool. But for now, this is where the game is going to be, where the video is going to finish. So this will be part 0. I know it's longer than normal, but I've decided to make it longer than normal. So next time, guys, we will venture in and see if we can find out more about this cult that her grandfather was involved with. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if the game takes place in the Louvre solely. I have no idea. But I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you very soon.